What's up, YouTube family and Browns fans everywhere? This is Cleveland football, and I'm your host, Terrence Hudson. All right. It's playoff time. I don't even want to talk about yesterday. Yesterday was like, we played the Bengals. We rested most of our starters. A lot of key guys, a lot of guys that were banged up. We rested, so we went down to the Bengals, 31 to 14. But it was a meaningless game for us. Didn't do nothing for us. We couldn't move up, wouldn't move down. We're in that fifth spot. And I got some thoughts on that before we hop into this week's matchup with Houston. Okay, we're going to Houston, a team that we have beaten earlier this year. All right, and back in December 24th, 36 to 24, something like that. Cooper, we saw over 265 yards receiving. That was the last game he has played. Flacco over 360 yards passing. So, we did it to them guys. And then, and looking at the way this thing is set up, we got to go on the road. Do I think we can beat them on the road? Yes, I do. I still expect us to win. I still think we are the better team. But with that, you got this system or this method where if you win your division, you automatically host a playoff game. You automatically go to the playoffs. So you got a team that has won 11 games, right, going against a team that has won less games and a team that you beat. You beat the whole South. We beat Tennessee, beat Jacksonville, all right, beat Houston, beat Indianapolis, and then we got to go there just because this arbitrary rule that division winners get to host a game. This is something that was set up way back in the 60s. That when they began this format of division winners, going to playoffs, hosting the game, the league only had 16 teams then. Things has changed. We double that now. All right, more teams in the playoffs now. I think we should go to how the NBA does it, where your overall record. Okay, you want to win your division. Wow, you won your division. All right, but playoff seeding, once it's time for the playoffs, should be based on overall record rather than you won your division, you automatically hosting the game. But as a fan, I'm complaining as a fan. So when the league, meet in March, you got the owners meetings. They should look at that. Because it happens. It happens every year. Some team, you get a team with a better record at home, and then you have a team in the playoffs just because they won their division and they maybe only won 9 games or 8 games or 7 games. So you go back to the '08 Patriots, went 11-5 and didn't make the playoffs. Normally 11-5, you in there. You wild card, you in there. Yeah. There's some years teams go 10-6 and don't make it. '07, the Browns went 10-6, didn't make the playoffs. But I think about that '08 Patriots team. You had San Diego at 8-8, they make the playoffs. All right, then you got the 11-5 Patriots because their division winner, all right, had a good record that year. They don't go. Okay, and I just don't like it, and I hope it changes. All right, so we got the Texans, so we should just make an example out of them on our way. We see C.J. Stroud is back, and he balled yesterday. These guys, the game went down to the wire. They won 20? He went 20 of 26, 264 yards. I mean, he had a game. Nico Collins 9 for 195. Woo! So you're not gonna want to let this team be close. You don't. We want to get as far away from these guys as we can. We want to leave no doubt, because if you give them a chance at the end of the game, they could make a play or two and upset you. So, but I expect us to dominate, and I think this thing all playoffs is going to come down to whose front seven can wreck the game. Whose front seven can wreck the game, can get after a quarterback, can disrupt the team's offense and just take over a game. And I'm hoping that's what our front seven is able to do. Our defensive line, Myles Garrett and Darian Smith, our guys in the middle, JOK coming off the edge, some blitzes coming from the safeties. I'm just hoping we could wreck this game and get after CJ Stroud. All right. But I still expect us to win. And then looking at the rest of the playoff pairings, again, Browns over Texans. Whew, I don't want to get too far ahead, but just think about the drama. Joe Flacco going back to Baltimore to take on his former team. Woo, the drama. I can see him. Joey coming. Omar coming. All right, I got the Chiefs over the Dolphins. I just don't think the Dolphins got it. And then, I got the Bills over Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had trouble with Baltimore's JV team. Come on, y'all. I expect the Bills to be all over Pittsburgh. And then on the NFC side, I got the Eagles over the Bucks. Another team, better record, but they on the road because the Bucks won the division and won 8 or 9 games. And then you got the Eagles. Even though the Eagles are fading toward the end, they got to go on the road with a better record. I got the Lions over the Rams. All right, you got the Jared Goff going against his old team. I call this one Goff's revenge. And so I expect the Lions to overtake the Rams. And then I got the Cowboys over the Packers. It's nice to see what Love is doing. He looks good out there. The Packers look good, but I think the Cowboys would be too much for him. So, CLE Football Playoff Edition, one game at a time. Do your job. Let's focus. We got to be road warriors, and we should just be attacking. We should be so hungry. We should be rested, and we should just be ready to unleash on this team. Unleash on them, and then on to the next one, and then on to the next one. All right, one game at a time. All right, one drive at a time, one quarter at a time, one play at a time. All right, do your job. So this is what I got for you today. If you like, hit the like button. Be sure to share, be sure to comment, and be sure to subscribe.